Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? Oh man, I see y'all already in the building. What's up? What's up, baby? See y'all already in the building. Hope everybody's had a good old Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening, whatever. But man, it's getting tough out here. And today I was I wasn't even surprised. Let's put it that way. I wasn't even surprised. You got Stefon Diggs in the news. You got um, Tyler Perry in the news. You have, you know, black folks still on Cardi B's neck. I mean, not Cardi B, Nicki Minaj neck, which I don't blame them. She got up there and sold herself out. Speaking about um, using the terms we and us and this and that. Referring to acting like she's with the so-called in crowd, white crowd. But it seems like every time we have a black celebrity or a black person does that, they get a Negro wake up call. And I think she's on the list to get a Negro wake up call. And we shall see because I don't like that, man. I see um all that stupid stuff going on. You know what, baby, I was thinking the same thing that she was had some agenda to do with that up her sleeve, trying to help out a old man and this and that there. But hey, he got a history, and it is what it is. So um, I don't know. Yeah, yeah. He got a history with some things, and it is what it is. But yeah, we'll get to her ass next time. And like I said, make sure everybody come in and hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Also, get your membership badges, your game, man. We're gonna start trying to crank it up over here. Uh, Preparing to try to grow and just have a little room for some others sometime, right? But I'm gonna talk about what's really bothering me is situation with Stefon Diggs and Carter B. Um, that really um, got me thinking about some things about what may transpired as to why he's been accused of choking out his personal chef, Carter B's, person, just the home personal chef up there in Massachusetts, where they live at during, I guess, football season since he plays with the New England Patriots. But Carter B, she's looking like a fool at the same time. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You talking about um an NFL player that's set out here and supposed to be dating uh you know Carter B, and during this dating period, dude then had what, 4 5 babies back to back, and they supposed to be a couple and all this type of stuff. So right there, that was some red flags and show that this dude got some damn problems. Secondly, um, if it got to the point to where, according to the article, which I'll be reading in a minute, is saying that Stephon Diggs, walked in his personal chef's bedroom, started arguing with him, and proceeded, to putting his hands on her, choking her, doing whatever he allegedly is accused of doing. Man, I think he was hitting that. Because it ain't no way you can get that mad at your damn personal chef. Not a not somebody that's cooking for you and your family. This seemed like some other stuff was going on between them in that house to where he felt he can go in there and smack up and do this and do that there, and everything will just be what it was or what it is. I just feel like it was a little bit something going on more than that. Allegedly, I think he was probably messing with the chick. You know what I'm saying? You know how these rich folks do. They have people in there, calling the shells, and they can do other things that come along with the job. And maybe, what I'm saying, she probably, wasn't trying to go for all that. Who fucking knows? But I tell you one thing, the NFL doesn't play about domestic or any type of felony charges or convictions when it comes to black athletes. Now he was, a white athlete, maybe in a position like a quarterback or something. Then he may be all right, but I think what's going to happen is I think he goes to court sometime next month. They going to suspend him for a minute. They're gonna suspend him for a minute until all this stuff set out with these court hearings. So we gonna see. Say rumor Stefon Diggs was a woman beater when he was in Houston, Texas. They got him exactly. So he has a history, and um that don't look good on him. At this moment. See, the New England Patriots saying that they're sticking with him, but they already know what they got in Stefon Diggs. They already know what they have in Stefon Diggs. And another thing too is that when you are a professional like that, um, you are held to a standard. You're held to a standard. When you're a professional like that, um, you got to be um you got to be um more disciplined than this foolery that he has going on. With the stuff at his home. Let me see what you're talking about, baby.
What guy on the team would you least like to date your sister?
Oh yeah. Let me play this up right quick.
Like to date your
This is from the Bleacher Report. It's a couple teammates of Stefon Diggs commenting on. I guess they was asking questions about who would they let date their sister on his team, on their teammates, and all that type of stuff. Let me play this and let y'all listen to what these guys had to say.
least like to date your sister?
What the hell? Diggs.
Why Diggs?
Man, no. We're going to leave it like that. No.
What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
Oh, Stefon Diggs.
Why Diggs?
He's crazy. He's just outrageous. Don't know what he's gonna say. Just don't know what to expect every day. So he couldn't date my sister.
What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
Least I should date my sister, Diggs. 100%.
What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister? And I might add, you're starting to be the runaway favorite for this.
Well, nobody want me to date this sister. I'm a great guy. I'm actually a great guy.
There's actually seems to be a few guys that don't think that.
Feel differently about me?
Yeah.
They just don't know me well enough. That's what it is.
What guy on this team would you?
Man, you had about 4 teammates, 3 to 4 teammates that said, man, they would not want Stefon Diggs to date their sister. That's kind of fucked up when you got, what I'm saying, the locker room know that you got a reputation for beating women and doing some shiesty things to women and this and that there. And with this situation here, with the chef, like I said, I honestly believe that it's more to that story than him just going in there and popping up in our room and um just choking her and all this type of shit. But since Stefon Diggs allegedly slapped, choked female chef, he denies the claims, say that the NFL receiver is due for arrangement on January 23rd. Now, the other part about this that's crazy too, January 23rd, they'll be going into the playoffs. Right now, New England making a nice little run, to where they can make a nice little run in this playoff. Now, Diggs is being faced with criminal charges after a personal chef told police that the New England Patriots wide receiver slapped and choked her at his home in Boston suburb during a December 2nd dispute over pay. Diggs, 32, was charged with one felony count of strangulation and a misdemeanor charge of assault and battery. Diggs denies that these allegations and seems he wants to clear his name and wait to get the court to tell the truth about what's going on. Man, look, how much money could you possibly owe this woman to where it got to that point of this type of actions and stuff going on up in that house? Well, baby, that's what's going to probably end up happening. He's probably going to end up paying her, and they about to move on. They about to move on, exactly. But like I was saying too, yeah, it ain't even about the money. Like I said, it's about the control. But at the same time, I just feel like, man, it got to be something else, more to that as well. Because, man, I wish I can see a picture of her just to see, I mean, we know this Negro stick his dick in anything and knock him up. So that's why it wouldn't surprise me if maybe he done went through that a couple nights and what I'm saying, did some strange things with her at night, what I'm saying, why Carter B on the road, or you know, um, you know, they all three of them at the house. Put it that way. They probably had a little fun at the house they goddamn self. So like I say, this ain't got shit to do with no money. This is about some other stuff that's going on. So they say her name is Malia. How you say Malia Adams? I don't see any thing about her age and all that, but according to their text message, say, I guess they said she will be she asked him to pay her out for the season, and the money let me see, the text message say, you will be paying me out for the season, and the money you said you would give me for my business, waste my fucking time here being here because you got a fucking circus going on. I'm out your life. And then Stefon Diggs say, I won't be paying you shit. Fuck, I look like paying you and you paying another chef. So was he trying to say that I won't be paying you shit? Fuck, I look like paying you and paying another chef. Is you high, bitch? Who the fuck got to give you money for your business? I don't got to do a motherfucking thing. And you can get whoever you want. You got my address. Tell them to come take the money. Then fuck you talking about show me on pussy. You know, just even reading that shit down, that lets you know what I'm saying, what mind frame he's in, man. You know, this dude 32 years old and talking like he one of these goddamn young ass rappers out here instead of you know, talking, like he has some sense. Now it says that she stated that Diggs entered her unlocked bedroom uninvited, struck her across the face, then placed his arm around her neck from behind in a chokehold, restricting her breathing and causing her to fear blacking out. She further claimed and threw her on to the bed before leaving the room. Adams reported redness on her upper chest, but did not photograph it. The dispute reportedly arose after she was required to leave the property for a week to accommodate a house guest, vacating her room without travel assistance and was not compensated for that time. She initially hesitated to press charges due to Diggs' celebrity status, but later decided to proceed after receiving messages she believed were connected to him or his associates. Now, when you I gotta say this here, when you hire like nannies or chefs that are gonna be in your homes and things like that, you know, this is on a whole other level. This ain't no motherfucker that come to your house every day and just cook for you and do this. Man, these are actually jobs where you got to live in the house. You know, I'm pretty sure um, maybe some other job duties that come along with, you know, just cooking up in the house. So, man, baby, it probably ain't no telling how much money this dude owe her because you know, that's not cheap. That's not cheap. You know, the in-house chefs and in-house nannies and all that time. That shit ain't cheap. That's big business. That's big money. You know, but like I said, I think is I wish I can find her a picture of her. I can't find a picture of it. That's what's crazy, man. I don't know, but you know, I'm reading here also that today when this dropped, he has a brother that plays for Dallas Cowboys, and they didn't kick this brother up out the league as well. You know, well, they didn't relieve him. Um, you know, he was a decent cornerback, they say. So he tax write off for being an employer. He signed a $7 million contract. Yeah, I dig it. But yeah, that'll be some crazy shit if the NFL get rid of both of them cats, man. And you know, both of them was in the league at the same time making that type of money and then fuck that shit off, you know. But something gotta be wrong with dude, you know what I'm saying? You know, he out here, you know, might want to get his ass checked for fucking um any type of STDs or something, man, with having, you know, all these babies and shit back to back. So hiring a chef, housekeeping, a yard man is a tax write off. Yeah, yeah, I can dig it. But man, I'm telling you, I ain't trying to do none of that shit. I mean, motherfuckers sit up in there and having to deal with that shit. Like you say, that shit is all about control and um, want to see how far he can take her. So, and Carter B, she wild too, man. For even, you know, sitting up there, you know, standing behind this stupid ass dude, man. All these goddamn babies this nigga done had, and you know, like I said, ain't no telling, you know what I'm saying, the type of shit, you know, that they got going on up in there. But I tell you one person who laughing at that shit, that goddamn Offset, you know, Offset laughing at, cause ain't Offset and Carter B still married, or did they finally get a divorce? That'll be another crazy thing. That'll be crazy too. See, that's what I'm talking about, baby. This dysfunctional ass shit. Why would you be having a baby with a nigga and you still married? Why would you be having a baby with a nigga and your motherfucking ass is still married? Yeah. But you know what? All said laughing at that shit. I don't understand that, man. And you know, if she's with her being Latino, um, them Hispanic and Latino people, man, they don't go for that shit, man. They don't find that a pleasing, you know. Yeah, he can have that, but the main point about it though is that Carter B is still married to Offset, and I know the shit don't look good on a man, but goddamn, it look worse on a woman when she having a baby. Um, you know, while she's still married by another man. Well, only thing Dominic is telling me is that she got a lot of hoe in her. That's what it's telling me. You know, so I don't know, man. You know, we will see what happens with Stefon Diggs. Um, this is not good at all. This is definitely not good. And like I say, the NFL with him being, um, a black man in the league, and they're not gonna give him the same grace like they were giving these white NFL athletes like Ben Roethlisberger and um, uh, the good old boy Brett Favre and all them cats. They're not gonna give him that grace. They're gonna make an example out of him and shit, kick probably most likely kick his ass up out the league because they don't do that domestic in NFL, especially when you are black. And that's just the honest to God truth about it. They ain't gonna do that. Definitely not gonna do that. But anyway, yeah, salute to them clowns because what they got going on right now is a fucking circus. None more, none less. Just a fucking clown show. Sitting up here fucking around. These motherfuckers got 5, 6 kids out here just running around uh out of wedlock and just have just slanging dang-a-lang and slanging poo nanny. That's what they doing. But um the allegations that are set forth on him, I wonder why she didn't ever take pictures of that if he did all that to her. That would have seemed like the first thing she would have done was took pictures and set herself up to get paid, get a lawsuit. I'm just saying. I don't know why she didn't, take pictures or, try to get help when the man was jumping on and all that. And if that's the case, if she didn't do it, um, yeah. And if she didn't do it or she did do it, that just could be that man, the nigga always doing that shit. You know, maybe he always on that type of time. But you heard it, from his teammates. They asking, hey man, who would you let your sister date Stefon Diggs? Hell no. Hell no. My sister can't date his ass. Why? That nigga crazy. You don't know what's gonna happen with him. You don't know what he gonna say, what he gonna do. This is teammates saying this. But salute to that Negro, man, for being ignorant, man, instead of just going to play football and living his life and going to get some money. Salute to that dummy. So in other news, we got Tyler Perry. He's back in the news again. Um, You got another pretty young white boy coming out speaking again. Look like the guy that spoke out the first time. He was like a little Latino. Now this guy that's coming out, he looks Latino. He's coming out seeking for damages and suing for damages of emotional health and saying that Tyler Perry did some things to him that he isn't proud of. Now we all know that Tyler Perry played the woman Madea in his sitcoms and his movies, and most people say that Tyler Perry is the actual character, and Madea is the real person. So let me pull this up right quick. He's fighting Tyler Perry fighting a case right now where dude asking for almost 300 some $1 million. You know, I don't get that, man. But I done heard some things about Tyler Perry to where you even heard Monique come out and speak about him, how fucked up Tyler Perry be towards um you know black employees, black actresses and actors and thus forth. So nothing surprises me when it comes to Tyler Perry. Um he has done some things to where um he has supported these fake ass pastors and these mega churches and all this good place. My cousins are from Louisiana, or from La Place, before Tyler Perry became rich and famous. Their place, he was openly gay. Yeah. But he tries to make it seem like he's not gay. He tried for the longest to put on that persona like he was a man's man, but can't nobody be straight and play that role of Muddeal to the T like him if he wasn't, had that little had a sugar in his tank like that. But he's been sued right now for sexual assault from one of the actors that starred in the movie Boo. I think it was a Halloween movie. So he created he catered to the church folks, so he had to pretend he was straight. Hey, Sister Van, how you doing? Salute to you. How you doing? Good to see you in here today. Yeah, Sister Van, we don't know. Say he's openly gay for sure. We just see otherwise. No doubt. Well, he's been sued right now for $77 million. This will be his second lawsuit in a couple of months. So I don't know if how can I say it? I don't know if he's gonna end up selling out. Because if he take this to court, they gonna eat his ass alive up in there. Say rumored a lot. Hollywood men are on the DL. Yeah, no doubt. This guy here name is Mario Rodriguez. Like I say, he has a type. Cause the other man that came out and filed charges on him at first, I think he's Latino or Mexican or something like that, Hispanic or something like that. So according to the complaint, Rodriguez was approached in 2014 by a trainer at the gym in Los Angeles, who said Perry wanted his phone number to discuss an acting role. He was looking at that ass. Perry later encouraged Rodriguez to audition for Boo, Madea Halloween, telling him, "I'm not a bad person to know and have in your corner," lawsuit claims. He was offering dick at that time. After Rodriguez was cast, he was invited to Perry's home, where Perry allegedly touched him inappropriately while they watched a movie. Okay. First of all, what in the fuck are you doing at a grown man's house, sitting on his couch, watching a damn movie? Help me understand that. I'm not sitting at no man's house if it ain't my brother and it's some shit like oh God, man. This shit can't be real, man. This shit can't be real, man. He say they were sitting on the couch watching a movie, and Tyler Perry started, groping him and doing some things that he didn't want him to do. Now, one thing about this here, was done in the dark would always come to the light. That's for goddamn sure. So, like I said, a lot of this don't surprise me because Hollywood is Hollyweird, and what them people do there, I don't know. I wouldn't put nothing past Tyler Perry. And then I was looking at the Boondockers one night. They had that on there where they were showing things that Tyler Perry was doing. You know, how he treat actors and actresses. And we have for years heard how Monique has came out and talked about how dirty Tyler Perry is when it comes to black sisters, black women in Hollywood, But I tell you one thing again, though, you got to give a shout out to Cat Williams because once again, he's correct. We got another one that's gonna bite the dust in a minute. We had R. Kelly, we got Diddy, we got Tyler Perry. Yeah, all these big name celebrities, these big producers and things of that nature, they are in the news. They are in the news, and they are being put on forefront. About things they're doing. Sister Van said because he wants to be one female, that is, no doubt. So, hey, y'all think? Let me ask y'all something. So, could a straight man play Madea? I mean, be honest. Could a straight man play Madea the way that he was playing Madea? I don't think a straight man could do that. I mean, he had to walk down, he had to talk down, he had it all. And he's gonna reap what he sowed. Because I believe the little dude, the Rodriguez dude. I believe Tyler Perry probably started, doing some things to him he didn't want him to do to him. But at the same time, everybody knows who the fuck Tyler Perry is, and yeah, they gonna do what they gotta do to try to get a dollar. In that industry, in that movie industry, I wouldn't trust nobody now. Nobody. But it just seemed like black celebrities, black men, from Michael Jackson to R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, you got Diddy now. I don't know what's wrong with these Negroes. I don't understand it. Now, one person they ain't never catch up. One person that they never said anything about that I know of was Prince. They never said it. Ain't nobody that came out and said Prince was doing things to them that they didn't want to have done. They might have said Prince was an asshole boss, but when it came to any sexual allegations or doing things that people didn't like, no. But a lot of people, black people, have a problem with Tyler Perry anyway. Most of his movies, they were showing black people in a bad light, bashing, mostly black women. A lot of the movies that he had out was pretty much bashing black women and black men. Prince was not gay. Prince was actually accused of I'm gonna feel you. Yeah, but that shit didn't go nowhere. It didn't go nowhere. This shit here, right here, man. They doing their thing. They doing the nastiness. You know, then you gotta look at the company that these people keep around them. There was a story out where they were talking about how Tyler Perry, uh back to what Baby was saying about the churches, how he had to portray himself in the church, how he donated and helped sponsor these mega churches in Atlanta, these mega churches in Dallas, Houston. And I'm gonna tell you like this here. Once them churches started accepting, them pastors started accepting that money and doing the thing, they weren't no better than Tyler Perry. They were just as worse because they were supposed to been, preaching the word of God. They weren't no better than Tyler Perry. But I think a lot of people wasn't fond of that. They didn't like that, that he was getting all his money, to these mega churches and these pastors that were over these mega churches. Yeah. TD Jakes. There's another guy that was in Dallas and Duncanville, Pastor Rush. I forgot his first name, but his last name is Rush. And that was some sick shit there. That was crazy. When it came to Pastor Rush down there in Duncanville, Texas, which is a subdivision out there in Dallas. Tyler Perry was allegedly, sponsoring that church, giving money to that church, and come to find out, this Negro, the preacher man up in there, he was in there, taking booty and buttocks too. So, and we have seen TD Jakes fuck around with Diddy. Like I said, all these motherfucking men are fucked up. All of them are fucked up. That's why I see now why a lot of women say, "No, fuck that. I'm cool. I don't want to get married. I ain't gonna be fucking around with these booty bandits and all that." That would end up happening. Say Tyler Perry could never pray. Sister Van, you need to stop it. You need to stop it. Sister Van say Tyler Perry could never pray over me. They have him in that pulpit laying hands on people. Yeah, he sure do. He be in the pulpit laying hands on people and grabbing their ass and they danglings at the same time. He sure the fuck do. Wow. That is crazy. Oh my God. I think the other guy was Christian Keys. But these church coats and stuff like that, yeah, they reached them first. I know for a minute, like the black churches, they were pushing this blasphemy that he was selling in the beginning. You know, that's who that to be honest, that's who was in that motherfucker them plays and shit. Man, when Tyler Perry first came out and he was doing all them plays and running all over, the country doing plays and stuff, that's who was supporting him. Motherfuckers that was in the black churches. I mean, city to city, state to state, selling out, doing these fucking plays. I mean, this was a big thing back in the early 2000s. Shit, if you hadn't been to a Tyler Perry place, shit, you weren't in the know. You weren't in the club. And I'm pretty sure all of us have been to one before. Cause it was the thing to do back in, when he first started coming out. But I think even though he was openly gay, in his earlier days, it's still got to be some stuff out here that's incriminating with him that'll show that he was on some bullshit even back then. Somebody still got footage of him, from back in the day. So Christian Keys was paid all he had recordings. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I know down in Florida, Orlando, said, yeah, I want tickets to one before my birthday. Them will pick us up. And yeah, Sister Van, that was the thing. That shit. That's what it was back in the early 2000s. Shit, I'm talking about, man, shows sold out. Line long out that door. That's what it was. Hey, y'all do me a favor. It says, baby, salute to you for getting your badge too. I appreciate you, sister. Y'all go through that, please, and make sure y'all get y'all membership to the channel. I got some on as low as $1.99, $2.99, somewhere up in there. I don't think it's nothing outrageous. I hope not. Or if not, can you please hit the cash out? Or you can support the channel by hitting the PayPal or Cash App. But definitely appreciate if you get your membership. Yeah, we moving up over here, y'all. We monetize now. It's still a couple of things I gotta work out in the mix, to get the channel to grow a little bit more. And I was talking to my partner in crime, and I was telling her, I said, yeah, I said, I don't know if I want just all these subscribers and this and that. I don't like all that mess on, in here. I like just talking and dialoguing with my people, man, that I have met on here, and hopefully, what I'm saying, can keep it straight that way. I definitely enjoy y'all. Definitely do that. Wouldn't have it no other way. I still got the same moderators. I ain't got number 3, I think. We ain't switching up. We're gonna keep it just like it is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know, y'all. I don't feel sorry for Stefon Diggs. I don't feel sorry for Tyler Perry. I don't feel sorry for none of these jokers, man, because um they didn't give a damn about who they was hurting and what they was out there doing either. So I can care less about these motherfuckers, man. Like I said, motherfucker gonna make all this money, then out here on this stupidity, just being ignorant. Hey, salute, salute. I appreciate it, Sister Van. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, thank you for getting your badges, joining the membership over here. But yeah, I don't feel sorry for none of them motherfuckers, man, because they you know, like Baby was saying, it's all about control with them. It's all about control. You know, I bet you right now that motherfucker Stefon Diggs, he probably knowing him, thinking that everything gonna be all right, and this too shall pass. But I'm telling y'all, I have seen it to where, I mean, look, they had Ben Roethlisberger, right? This white boy he was a quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. This motherfucker here, every fucking year you look around, he in the news for sexual assault. Ben Roethlisberger was in the news damn near every year for sexual assault. Um, Sexual assault can mean physical as well, right? So, I ain't saying it was right, but I seen where Ray Rice, he was in the news for the same thing, damn near, and he hit his old lady. I think according to her, she spit on him, and that's why it got out of hand like that. I guess that's what they say. But they ended his career. You never heard anything else from Ray Rice after he hit that woman in that elevator. Never heard anything else from him. So I don't know, man. I don't feel shit towards them guys, man. I think whatever they got coming, you know, they deserve what they got coming. So let me ask you something. With these two, let me ask y'all something. With these two guys that's coming out pressing charges on Tyler Perry, could this be the takedown of Tyler Perry? Do y'all think Hollywood is tired of him? They, you know, they tired of him. I mean, you got to think about it. What Tyler Perry, what, a billionaire now? You know, and we're talking about over right now, both of these lawsuits close to 200, 300 some $1 million. And y'all know just as well as I know, once one start come out, they all gonna start coming out. It's gonna be suits getting popped up every week. If he pay these people off that's supposed to be suing him for whatever he got going on with them. They gonna be suing for a lot of money. I can see that shit happening too. I think these celebrities they have, especially like Tyler Perry, they have destroyed what once used to be refuge and a safety net, which is the black church. They have destroyed that by making everything a goddamn fashion show or some type of comedy show when people go to church and supposed to be there to worship and praise God. They have messed it up for everybody, man. And I done just seen the trickle down effect to where it has destroyed our communities. But that guy over there in Dallas, Texas, I know Tyler Perry was helping him out, donating to his church. His name was, like I say, Pastor Rush. Matter of fact, let me see. So I wanted to. I remember a friend of mine back home. I was in Dallas. This is when I was living in Dallas. I was thinking about moving there actually, and she called me up. She said, hey. She said, hey, I'm gonna come get your ass, and I want you to go to church with me, boy. I said, all right. So we go to church, and this is the first time I ever went to a mega church. First time I went to a mega church, and I couldn't believe my eyes. I could not believe my eyes, man. Let me see here. When I seen that Rolls Royce, um, lined up right there in front of that door, I seen this pastor come out with this black ass Armani suit on and hair all slicked back, and man, y'all know the big old hats that the shrine the circles, the shrine circles, the people in the shrine thing, whatever, they got them big old tall hats or whatever. Man, they didn't have no regular church plate they were passing around. They had some big ass shrine hat buckets. And man, I'm telling you, them people was filling them goddamn things up. And I'm sitting up here looking at the people that were putting that money up in there, or even just knowing, say, like my friend, my next door neighbor. Um, They didn't have money like that. They did not have money like that. And was giving them folks all that damn money. They were getting them folks all that money. On live, what's up with you, boy? Yeah. No, I don't remember the contact. That's been years ago, man. No, I did it. I just don't remember the contact. Yeah, that been years ago. Yeah. Well, nah, I hit you back once I get out live, brother. Yeah. All right. Man, I don't remember anything. Man, I remember I think it was 2011. 2011, it was New Year's, New Year's Eve or whatever. And I uh, um rented out the excursion for the night. You don't supposed to drive on New Year's Eve and all that stuff. You out drinking and doing this, and one of my partners was calling me, asking me, "Man, you remember the con?" I said, "Man, I don't remember that shit. That been back in 2011." And hell, I tell you one thing, I wish I wouldn't have done that shit then. I spent so much money that night, man. I say, shit, I never want to do this again. Shit, I'm telling you. I think that was a damn New Year's Eve, uh, riding in that excursion and drinking and smoking and paying to get in this bar, that bar hopping, and man, that shit down to $3,000-4,000 that night. Shit, I ain't trying to spend that type of money. I just had it at that time, I guess. I wish I would have saved it. Everything on you, you paying for everything and shit. So yeah, it is what it is. Motherfucker call me, invite me out. I want to get out, go out and get in the limo and ride around, I guess. But I don't think I can even do that shit no more. Don't want to do it. Scared to go even get a drink from the bar because they putting shit up in people's drinks now. Or hey, check this out, y'all. They just had a story up here in Omaha, Nebraska, right? I bullshit y'all not. The liquor company here, right? Um, they were wondering why this certain bar, it was in the hood, and then one of them was downtown. Baby, I talk to you. You right though. Um, they um yeah. So the people here, they did a story. The liquor company, they was like wondering why these bars wasn't coming to buy liquor from them, certain liquor from them, anymore. This and that. Hennessy, Crown, was it Hennessy? I think it was Hennessy and Remy Martin. I think that's what it was. Hennessy and Remy Martin, the cognacs or whatever. And because that Hennessy, any cognac that what's that tequila 1942, all that shit be expensive as hell, right? So what they were doing was they wasn't buying, like they usually buy, uh buying that shit and stocking their bars up, counters up and stuff like that, right? They were taking tequilas. Once they finish with the big bottle of 1942, they'll take regular tequila and pour it up in there and make it seem like, they were getting them, they wasn't getting them the shit that they were paying for, put it that way. And somebody, I guess they knew they shit. They went in there one night and was recording the whole situation, and recording the same bottle that they were using, and man, found out that they was getting people, what I'm saying, they weren't getting people the right drinks or whatever. You know, they was getting them that cheap shit. You know, shit. 1942, I think, was a shot of that back in the day. They sound like bootleggers on the street giving you water. Yeah, yeah, they was down in the liquor. What up, OG? Yeah, they was down in the liquor, man. You up here paying fucking $10, $12 a shot, thinking you getting, you know, this. But you know the thing about it, though, OG, a lot of them up were drunk, you know. So they didn't know the difference. Shit, they didn't know the difference. They were just buying that shit just for the hell of it, you know. Thinking that they were getting, the real deal, the Hennessy in the 1942 and all that good stuff. So I don't know. But before we get up out of here though, man, I'm gonna tell y'all like this here. I done got this thing in me where I have lost respect for a lot of these guys, man, that a lot of these people look up to. Say, hey, I used to bootleg, and I used to tell them to bring the old bottle back so I can sterilize it and sell it. Your ass stupid. Say you had to come up, huh? That damn OG. OG said I gotta come up, motherfucker. Hey, why? Hey, listen. You ain't that far from Stefon Diggs, man. You need to go talk some sense to him up there, OG. Go talk some sense to Stefon Diggs. This motherfucker got babies and more babies and everything else. Sister Van say in those mega churches, half of the members are out there wilding out more than non-believer. That's why I prefer small churches over them anytime. Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Man, Sister Man, I swear to God, I I couldn't believe my eyes what I was seeing up in that goddamn church. I couldn't believe my eyes of the shit that I was seeing in that damn mega church. And I never went back. Never even had the just the nerve or the past say, like, man, let me go back just to make sure I'm not tripping. That never once happened with me. That it never happened with me. Like, man, maybe I'm tripping, man. Let me go back to see, make sure I'm not tripping. You know what I'm saying? No, that didn't happen with me. When I seen what I saw and I saw what I seen, I said, oh, hell no. I'm cool on that shit. Fuck that. No, I'm cool on that. But this is the new pimp game. This is the new hustle, those churches and all that type of stuff. You know, these people get these pastors all type of shit, man. Land, bukus of money, pay for their kids' tuitions. They do it all. Speaking of tuition, still trying to figure out where we're gonna send my son. I don't know where the hell I'm gonna send him to. We got some choices though. Just gonna see how it go. Hey, y'all, please make sure y'all support the channel by getting your membership and also hitting that Cash App, hitting that PayPal. If you need me to get the membership for me, just send it to the Cash App or PayPal. I'll put you down and get your membership on there. All that good stuff. I can make it work from on this end too. Shit, what I'm gonna send in there for, baby? Ain't nothing there but a whole bunch of peel heads and motherfucking milk babies. Yeah, yeah. You know what? Let me tell y'all something. Well, you baby, since you brought that up, he has always attended a school like a West Monroe. He has never been to a black school. Most of the blacks that were at the school were probably like 10% black, 90% white, or 80% white. the other 10% different minorities, then 10% black. He's never been to, school with a lot of diversity. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So if he was to go down there to Grambling and try to play ball or Southern or anything like that, man, he'll be back in my house in fucking shit 2 months. I don't think his mind ready for no shit like that. If he ain't never seen that, that's just like him. Look, that's just like if I saw him down there with Sister Van at the A&M. Man, his ass would be right back in fucking Nebraska in fucking 2 months. He wouldn't know what to do with himself down there. That's just like a kid from here. Um, he's a 4.0 student, hell of an athlete. Um, that motherfucker went on that all black college tour. And he could have went to any school he wanted to. He got the grades, he got the test scores. I mean, the little fucker, is very, very, very smart, very educated. That nigga signed with Southern. He signed a football scholarship with Southern and could have went to any Power 5 school he wanted to. But what he did was he went down there and seen all them beautiful young ladies y'all making down there. That's what he's saying. And he said, I got to be here. I can't be nowhere else. I got to be around all these black sisters. I don't want to be nowhere else. That motherfucker signed with Southern ain't looked back yet. So, I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of scared to send my son to school down there. Shit, Jackson or Southern, that nigga lose his fucking mind. See, if you're not born in that or not raised around that, no, that ain't no thing you just move a kid into. They ain't never been in that type of surrounding. You know, he too slow. He too far behind. Shit, they'll run circles around him. Real tall, Sister Van. I'm telling you, I know. Shit, FAMU homecoming. We used to go there all the time. Shit, man, look, Grambling homecoming. Used to go there all the time. Especially when I was in Florida for them couple months. We used to go down there to Tallahassee to go to them games and stuff. Especially when Bethune and FAMU used to play. That I forgot what the name of that classic was, but yeah, just go down there and have a ball. Even I can say I got turned out once upon a time in my life. Fucking around down there at goddamn FAMU. For real though. I'll tell you it's real. Hey, but did y'all see? I did. If y'all seen that live the other day, I went back and looked at that video, y'all, of that the UPS situation when them guys dressed up like them UPS workers. Man, it's sad as to what happened, but these type of things go on every day in black communities, and they don't get shared like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, the people, shared this story here. Still kind of, pissed off at them niggas going in there, you know, sticking the place up and ain't, you know, they ain't even get shit. So it wasn't even it wasn't even a good idea to go try to rob them folks. They ain't got nothing out that shit but a life sentence. 19-year-old boy finna go do time in jail, do life in jail for just being with two older dummies in their 30s. Two heartless dummies. Yeah, it was, OG. Man, listening to that baby scream like that, knowing what was happening to his mother and father, that shit was disgusting, man. It was disgusting. The part when that baby went in there, y'all, And when them niggas hit the mom in the head, bow, they hit in the head, blew her brains out, whatever. And the little girl, she went in there and sat beside, trying to sit beside her mama and, play with her mama or wake up, do whatever she thought she was gonna do. And the little boy come through there and drag his sister by the leg, from around the mama because he was aware of what was going on and what happened. That's some sick cold shit, man. But you cannot bring that type of activity around your family. You can't do that. People ain't working no more. People ain't trying to, work hard for their shit no more and all that. Drugs and gangs and all that. You're gonna get this type of activity. But I tell you one thing, them three little class there, it's gonna be some hard nights enough for them sleeping in that damn prison. Cause them cartel, the dude was part of the cartel, allegedly, according to what they saying. So that's the case. Yeah, they might not make it this damn cell. Just saying. But anyway, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed. I'm finna get up off of here. Um, Man, I appreciate everybody that got their memberships today. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. I didn't see out the pit today. I don't know where yet. Hopefully we good. To half of my classmates that went to FAMU either ended up pregnant or dropped out. Yeah, yeah. But see, Sister Van, if you're not disciplined, you won't make it there. You gotta be disciplined. You gotta be disciplined. You won't make it there if you're not disciplined. That's real talk. If you're not disciplined, you won't make it there. So, like I said, we gonna look around. I think we're going out of town next week to school down there in Kansas. Um, it's a private school, University of St. Mary's. So he'll do that, and then maybe try to transfer to a Power Five school after he get himself together, whatever, hopefully that can happen for him. So we'll see. But anyway, y'all do me a favor, hit the like button, make sure you subscribe to the channel, make sure you get your memberships, and man, we'll catch you on the other one. We'll be back tomorrow. And for Stefon Diggs and um Tyler Perry, I won't lose no sleep. Cause they ain't right. They ain't right. Tired of niggas getting money and then want to fuck over, the black people in the communities or do things to embarrass us, then instead of uplifting us in the black community by helping us build and create jobs and things like that for our own people. So yeah, shame on them. All right, y'all, I'm up out of here. Y'all be good. Good night. Peace.